Hi everyone, Michelle Ramon. I went for a walk with my dog. It was fun. Another day, another dollar. I'm gonna do a double shift, which means I gotta stay up all the way around the clock. So that's why I took a little nap. I forced myself to take a nap because I wouldn't have went back to sleep. I'm gonna be doing like a graveyard, so I had to literally pray to get some peace so that I could get enough couple more hours of sleep, and I'm just grateful for that. I was just gonna talk about like different ways you could discipline um, your dating life, and when you do date, you have to put like strict boundaries up because I just went through like not having any boundaries because someone already had wore down my resistance on my boundaries before I let in other people. I wasn't all the way healed. So after you break up with somebody or after someone wears down your resistance of your boundaries, you really need to heal and get stronger from that because then you're gonna like people could see that you're not all the way well or you're weakened by what other people have done, like manipulation. People will manipulate you into things that are not healthy for you when you're trying to like get yourself together, and people do things ulterior motively, like somebody dragged me to this ghetto apartment that I didn't really want to go back into a ghetto apartment because I had just left one, but a lot of ghetto apartments in Vegas, that's just, there's a lot of them. But I just was trying to get in a better area for myself and got lured into the ghetto and another ghetto apartment, and just I had a bad feeling about that anyway. But this person was wearing down my resistance on what I was telling them that I didn't want, and they were just overriding, and that's what happened to me with the last relationship before that. It's like, well, I'm going back to God, or I'm gonna just focus on my Christianity goals, and the devil always has an ulterior motive in sending people that are not really good for you, that don't respect you or your boundaries. So my coworker made me laugh, and he said, "I'm going to send him this video." Hi, Lawrence. He said the devil would be. His mom used to say if she was going to hire someone, she would hire the devil because he works 24/7 and just constantly trying to do things to God's children, like attacks that the enemy would send. He has children, and there's angels that were hurled down that are they're demons. They were hurled down from heaven, and there's demons that are attacking God's children, and we have to pray for our angels to fight the demons. So like it's really crazy. So with that being said, you have to discipline, like if you're in a good or bad relationship with it, just use discretion and discipline them. Like if a guy is like trying to get away with so much stuff, then you need to like put some serious boundaries down and just be like, no, you're not going to get away with that, and you know basically call them on their stuff. Like for example, if a guy is going to continuously cheat or seem to be a womanizer, and some guys are and some guys aren't, or just if they're not a womanizer, they could just be like a control freak with you, like just controlling what you do, and that's a sickness too, because there's domestic violence and people that have serious control issues of controlling everything you do, or that's a form of abuse. So you got to look out for the red flags. And this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and a lot of us have become victims of domestic violence by just letting people overstep their boundaries. And I was just in a bad situation with bad roommates, but it's not to say they were good or bad. It's just that I wasn't healed yet from my last relationship that did kind of wear down my resistance. So you got to look for the red flags in people if if they're a manipulative type of person and they're not healthy mentally, and you're not healthy mentally, then it's not going to be a good combination. Somebody could get hurt in jail, um, you know, talked into doing something that unhealthy, or so you just really gotta be really cautious of people's motives. They're not always good motives. Just like the devil doesn't have a good motive. He comes across like an angel of light, but in the end, he's he's evil and wants to steer you off your path that you're going on, especially if you're serving God. So I was just trying to take time out of my day to talk to you guys about that. That don't let anyone run game on you because. Sorry, it's just my friend keeps calling. My girlfriend Chantal. Chantal, doing a YouTube video. You're interrupting. No, I'm just kidding. Don't let I'll call her back. I'll call you back, girl. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. You just gotta really discipline people because they're gonna keep walking all over you no matter. You gotta just really be strict. Like if you love someone and you care about them, set some healthy boundaries and let them know that they're not going to get away with all the stuff that they think they're going to get away with because you're not having it no more. And you just have to like be strong and just be like, well, you know, if you used to make coffee every day for your boyfriend and he did you wrong some kind of way, just be like, well, tell the girl you were flirting with to make you some coffee. Like, just have some balls about yourself, have some discipline, and put God first, knowing that He has your back. No one else does, but He does. And you don't need anybody else. All you need is Him. He's going to provide you with everything that you do need and sometimes that you want, but it's His choice. Oh, God. You got to put lotion all over yourself. Like when you're putting, I changed the subject, sorry. I just looked at my neck. I'm like, oh, my neck looks old, but you got to put lotion. Like if you're doing treatments on your face, you got to put it on your neck too. That just reminded me. I was looking at my neck. Thank you, Savage, for this chain. Don't know if it's real, but it was a gift, and it's the thought that counts. That somebody was nice enough to give you a gift, whether it's real or not. This is a fake rope. I made a bracelet out of it. Arts and crafts. But yeah, I just want people to really be strong. So that was my message for today. Like, put up some healthy boundaries. In Jesus' name, amen.